So what would you do with this worn out old thing? Let me give you a good idea. Now, at a glance, you'd think, my, what a handsome chair. It certainly has great scale, has good bones. But if you look under this old thing, you can see it was bought at a second-hand shop and has black naugahyde on it. But, you know, the great thing about the slipcover is that it slides right on this naugahyde and it covers the old girl's ankles. And you can see they're in need of repair. But with a slipcover like this, why would you even worry about it? And I found this fabric to be really lots of fun. It's just what this haul needed, just some punch. I love the bright mandala pattern here with all these colors. And then I just threw in this brown throw pillow because it matches all this old brown furniture. So you get this color echo going. Now when I had it made, I had the piping done just in the same fabric, and you can see here all along the edge. And if I'd wanted to be maybe a little more stylish even, I could have chosen one of the colors, maybe this blue or something, out of the fabric and piped it in that, which would have sort of set it off. But, you know, I thought the fabric was strong enough, and so the piping just needed to be the fabric itself and not something different. So come on in here, let me show you another example. So if you take a look at this room, which is already decked out for spring, if you had seen this room, let's say a month ago, it would have looked very different. In fact, these sofas you see here, which look very springy with the pillows and the lumbar pillow across the back, you'll notice that here I indeed did use a different fabric for the piping on these. Yes, these are slip covers. And under here is a very lovely sort of chocolate, dark chocolate mohair upholstery that I can deck these out for spring with this color, and for fall something really bright and outrageous like orange, which is loads of fun. And if you take a look at these chairs here, for winter they have a very different color too that goes really well with the mohair fabric. You can see the original upholstery is this, which feels like winter. It's very heavy and thick, but then it's slip covered with something light and cottony. Cotton is a very good fabric to make slip covers with. And when you do have slip covers made, think about the corners of the chairs, because sometimes they can be slightly awkward, and these pieces actually just fit like this. And you might think, those are prone to fall off, but they really don't. They tuck in just like that. And in this particular case, you can see I wanted this very casual and light for summer and spring, and so there's no piping, there's really no adornment to this whatsoever. It's just the fabric itself. But you can see it makes it really easy to sort of change out for each season. And so you're saying, yeah, right, so change out for every season, it seems like a lot of work. Well, actually, these slip covers are put together with Velcro, and they slide on and off with such ease you cannot believe it. So don't let that get in the way, because they just fit together so easily. Now what I'd like to do is take you upstairs and show you just a couple of other examples where I have found some ragged old pieces of furniture and made them more presentable by using slip covers. Come on. So if you take a look here in the bedroom, well, I've used slip covers yet again. Like I said, I think they make a room feel very comfortable. These have their summer, spring sort of look on them. If you look under them, you can see that they are upholstered in a tan and brown and blue fabric, which is the upholstery they're meant to be in. And then these slip covers are much more tailored and fit snugly on the chairs themselves. And then if you take a look over here, these two stools that are at the base of the bed are really quite remarkable in that a friend was discarding them one day, and I had these slip covers made, and here I had the piping done in brown, and I had the skirt with a different fabric made just to sort of tie the floor and this rug to the color here. And if you pull them off, you can see it's in just the worst possible shape. You can see why she just gave them to me, because the buttons have even sort of rusted through, and you can see they're pretty worn out. But who would know, because they're completely covered with the slip cover. So these worked out beautifully here, and I just love the crisscross design of them, and I couldn't bear to throw them away. And so by just finding an inexpensive fabric in two colors, they worked out perfectly for this room. So you see, you don't have to go to the trouble of reupholstering everything in the house, slip cover a few things so you can change them out for the seasons, plus it adds just a touch of comfort to the home. If you're enjoying these pieces on style, make sure you tell a friend about them and subscribe to ehowhome.